You say that we won't say anything bad about Trump, but you won't say anything bad about the libs. Oh, yes, I will. You must not be paying attention because there is a lot that I have said bad about the left. Okay, I will give you a load of examples, and I'm probably going to catch shit from a lot of people on the left. Number one, free speech and cancel culture. We really dropped the ball with this on the left. One of the things that the right kicked our ass on in the last election was freedom of speech, because the left really doesn't seem to believe in it. We seem to be hypersensitive and spend way too much time policing language. We call things the N-word, the R slur, the F slur, instead of letting people actually use these words and out themselves. Let them use that language without calling them a racist, a bigot, a homophobe, or whatever. Let them show us who they are. You can tell them plainly, yes, I do recognize that you have freedom of speech in this country, but I don't like that language and I don't want to know you. And let that be the end of it. And I know social media can be a shit show if we do not have certain protocols in place, but there are ways to do it right, like the way Blue Sky does it. For instance, they have a way for you to block certain words so you never see things from the right if you don't want to. With misinformation, yeah, they are free to believe whatever they want to believe, but we also have the freedom to laugh in their faces and tell them that they're being ridiculous. This is nothing new. We had this in the 1980s. It was called tabloid magazines, and the people who believed this stuff were called idiots. I used to make jokes about Bat Boy on the regular. Let them say whatever they want, but they need to be in their own echo chamber. We need to be able to filter them out. Okay, I spent a long time on that one. I'll try to speed these up. Okay, moving on. I have been complaining forever that we have too many old people running the show on both sides of the aisle. Ruth Bader Ginsburg should have retired long before and let Obama replace her. Nancy Pelosi and Dianne Feinstein were way too fucking old to be in office. And we have way too many corporate Democrats who take dark money just like the Republicans. We need to get them out of there. Democrats have been doing a shit job when it comes to things like healthcare. We have been screaming for a socialized healthcare system for literally decades. Obamacare was a step in the right direction, but it's kind of like offering a starving person a snack instead of a full meal. Police reform and prison reform. Liberals are really good about saying we need to do something about that, but they're really shit about doing something about that. Every single Democrat should be fighting against private prisons and qualified immunity for police officers. Police officers have basically become a legalized gang in this country. We need to get rid of that. We need strong internal affair operations to police our police. Liberals need to be pushing for us to have a better quality of life in this country like they have in Europe and other places. We need a minimum wage that is absolutely a living wage, meaning that you can live comfortably off of minimum wage. In addition to free healthcare, we need things like paid maternity leave. We need paid vacation time off. Throughout most of Europe, people get like a month off of paid leave time so that they can go and travel and be relaxed and everything so that they can be more productive workers. Why don't we have that here? Because Republicans and Democrats have both told us that that's socialism and probably not good for us. That's really strange considering those countries in Europe that I was mentioning are some of the happiest on earth. I don't think that either side should be able to do stock trading for a market that they could help manipulate. Most of all, I want liberals to lead by example and be a good example of what this government should be. Quit keeping us in the dark about shit. Be more transparent. Tell us what the government is doing on both sides. Oh, and one last thing. I think that the Democrats do a shit job with messaging. When they do good things, they need to constantly be reminding us of it. Like Trump brags on himself. Just make us sick of hearing about all the good things that they've done. Also, and this is going to be controversial, I think that they need to start talking more plainly instead of trying to sound so intelligent. There are uneducated people on both sides, and if they don't understand what you're saying, they're not going to vote for you. Anyway, I've got more of these, but don't tell me I don't have grievances with the left, because I absolutely do. Because our left wing in this country is not a left wing at all. It's Republican light. And that is the main thing that we need to fix on the left.